What's up, guys? I'm back with some Monk. I thought my microphone was broken, or that the box I had. I use a dynamic microphone, which comes with an XLR cable. If you ever played like an instrument or anything, you know that you have to like plug in. I don't know about instrument, but if you ever use the microphone, maybe like a studio one, you know that there's like that big fat cord plugged into them, and that's like XLR cable. That's what you use for dynamic microphones. It's not like a USB microphone or anything, or USB-C microphone, if that's a thing yet. But I'm playing Monk. I really have been neglecting them.
No escape!
I've been neglecting the Monk a lot. I haven't been playing them at all. Let me like reset a lot of my skills. I don't even use all these skills. I'm just trying to be cute and have all these skills because oh, it's cool. Average skills. You know, whatever, building. I definitely feel like being a part of the internet is mostly like trying to like utilize whatever's popular or follow whatever's popular. It definitely isn't really about that. It's kind of like whatever else is going on. It's kind of like if there was a basketball game, some type of like criminal would think to rob somebody. Like that's to me what it's like. That's how like fake the internet is. Somebody literally is on the internet. They read some maybe tweets, some comments, and then they're like, they cross their arms like, heck yeah, like this is like the ultimate criminal position to be in. Like tough criminal stuff. Like
Feel the shock!
that might be the worst, most fake thing I've ever heard of. Like the worst thing you can probably do is meet somebody from the internet, and the whole time they were an internet gangster, right? Like you were like an accomplice to their internet gangster crew or something, right? Besides that, it's like probably not that serious. I'm saying. You know, so I think people getting like to be big streamers, or you know, anything like that, probably aren't an accomplice. You know, they're their own internet person. All right. Oh. Hate this. Where am I going with all this? Critical hit? What would critical hit even be good on? So what would like the critical hit of Tempest Fury be? I don't think I'd want crits. I just would want shock, right? Shock and such and stuff. I do need more like tankiness though. Power charge duration. Critical damage bonus. Need more like energy shield stuff. There's like another tree over here. Not that far away. I could grab a lot of the stuff on this tree. I mean, right here probably would be better. This tree right here. It's all the energy stuff, of course. Even right here would be good. Damage-wise, I'm kind of good. Yeah. I probably should build some some intelligence too. But you know, I think a lot of what makes the internet is that it isn't other places or other things. I think people that are like newer or maybe we're more of like out of the internet type of person aren't really aware of it not being another place, right? Like somebody who isn't like who doesn't play World of Warcraft back today or something, like that's another place. Like your friends or you were somewhere else, World of Warcraft. But I think I wouldn't say these days. Like I wouldn't really say. I'm not saying that the internet was like the ultimate nerd world. But like, I would say the presence of people who weren't like internet masters and had to like become one because there was very few avenues. Like that ratio has changed. It's like PoE. Like I would say, look, PoE is really only for those super hardcore ARPG fans. If anyone's even watching it on Twitch, there's like a big PoE person. That's like a hardcore, just like a different type of person, right? So to me, in a way, the internet's still a different place. It isn't a basketball court. It isn't like a gym. You know what I'm saying. And the people, other people, it's every single place. You know what I'm saying? Like people who aren't like that. Like to them, the internet is them dragging their life or dragging their status or friends just in front of a camera or on the internet, to where it's a different place to me. Your life as like a gym fitness person and an internet person is not, it's not possible to connect those things. Right. So I feel like maybe people had already suffered in life. Not like this is like the majority of people, but you can almost say like the type of person, right? You know, like a nerd or something. Someone who did it for a long time, like their life already isn't the gym. So people coming on the internet and like being the gym, that's when, you know, the problems arise. Where like you're suffering people who are making the internet a place where things that shouldn't take place on the internet take place. Like someone getting married on the internet, like there has to be a degree of separation or potential for the internet to take on a life of its own and do what it does, you know. It's like being a superhero. Being on the internet's like being a supervillain, right? So like if I'm streaming and it's like I'm trying to find out what to stream or follow games or follow even like people not saying certain words as a joke anymore, right? The only real problem you're gonna suffer, even if you were like the goodest or worst person on the internet, the goodest boy on the internet, is the actual real life people trying to make the internet a real life place. And in reality, it basically is real life people. But I mean like, it's somewhere else, right? The internet is the internet, right? It's not the gym. It doesn't have the same limitations as the gym or the same intentions as the gym. It has internet intentions. And that's when the problems arise. So if you ask me how do I feel about streaming and like people, the way people react to streaming, like it's not a big deal because it's such a computerized positive. It's just like it's a consistent experience. It's like going to movies will always be kind of nice because it's a movie theater, you know, it's a nice big theater. But if you keep asking people that same question, they'll give you an inconsistent answer. You know what I'm saying? Because they need you to stop asking the question. Like that's how consistent the experience is. It's not like some experience where you do crack and now you're addicted and now your life's over. Like that's not. That's one of those. That's where the problems arise. Where your life and this life and that life all come together and they really shouldn't. If it wasn't people on the internet, not that you can't be on the internet, you know, showing people gym stuff. Like I don't. That's not the point. The point is, if the gym wasn't supporting your life, don't expect me to support your gym life through the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're not real life tough gangster, like don't expect it to be supported by the internet unless it's an internet thing. Like I'd say it's such a consistent experience. Where like the problems arise when you try to make it something that it isn't, or something that it isn't yet that I don't really know about. Like I know that I can play with my buddies on the internet and meet up with people and play games. And I can do that consistently. There's really nothing within the internet that'll change that. There's nothing that will be said that'll change what happens there. It's like what stays in Vegas. You know, happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type of deal. There's just people that are like trying to take the real life attributes and not have any support from real life, use it on the internet, you know, it's just kind of draining. Outside of that, like, I probably wouldn't even talk about the internet because it doesn't affect anything on the internet. It's like a colony of bugs. If one of them falls over from working too much, no one really cares. There's no change. That's the internet. If you want to go and watch bugs, you're not a bug. You're not part of the colony. You want to watch a bug work until it's exhausted. Of course, that'll change you. That'll change your life. And if that's how you want to like operate, cool. But that's not good for anybody because the bugs don't care. The colony doesn't care. So the colony's such a consistent thing where you know what ants do. They're looking for food. They're predictable. It's consistent. You might feel bad because you might want them to have like a job at Walmart or something. I don't know. You want them to have like union rights. I don't know. Unionize the ants. But like if you start to let the internet affect your life, it'll affect your life and it won't affect the internet. It won't change anything. Because that's just how it works. It's like an ant colony. It's pretty funny. Just like running from the enemy. I probably wasn't playing a monk because my defense was so trash. It's kind of like a girl thing. If you found some girls gossiping and you told them that gossiping is a lesser activity, they would just keep gossiping. That wouldn't change anything. That's not how it works. If you were a lawyer and you had actual information people needed to get them out of some trouble, they'd listen. If you asked them how their day was going, it wouldn't make much of a difference. They probably wouldn't need to tell you. So like, I don't have any problems with the internet because I don't make the internet my problem. Because it's already an ant colony. There's nothing you really can do at making a problem that you probably can't solve other than not being on the internet. So it's like, I'm not singling anybody out or saying this person does this. I'm saying people that make the internet their problems, whether they're Mr. Olympia, whatever, it doesn't matter who you are, because if you want to make the internet your problems, it doesn't really matter who you are. I'm saying, because if you really had been something on the internet, then you'd be on the internet, right? Like, I doubt anyone invited you personally to bring your life and friends on the internet to be affected and take it off the internet and then be like, oh god. Like, I really have nothing to say, you know. I'm not like someone's dad on the internet, because that means their real life cannot support their internet life.
Fate is on my side this day.
Doesn't like intelligence give me yeah, it just gives me mana. I do need some maximum energy shield, because I have 70 shield. That is completely pitiful. I mean, this is a hybrid class, intelligence, dexterity class, so it's not a shocker. This is like the internet's like women who want the right to vote, but also want it to be a man and have those same benefits and not worry about women's problems, making men's problems their own when they have their own problems outside of being a man in a time where they can't vote or own things. A man really couldn't help you because you as a woman still aren't allowed to do these things. But, you know, you're someone maybe who's in the gym or more active in life, you know, knowing the internet can help you because you can't even do that from your position in life. Like, if I'm the captain of the football team, I can't be on the internet every day, all day, and that'd be like my actual life, right? I mean, it's possible, but we know that, like, it's not really the key to being on the football team. I'm sure people will get it. So it's like, I don't have these problems, right? Like, I don't want these problems. These problems are problems that you're gonna adapt, and put and bring into your life. So I don't know why, but that's just how it is. Like I told you that whoever's watching my stream, you go to Winnie Hut Jr. and it really doesn't have anything to do with you, because who am I really talking to? Just some random person. You can bring your mom and your girlfriend in the room and have them sit down and say, look what he said, and cry about it, you know, hug, have Dr. Phil come and talk for a little bit. That's the problem. Like, it doesn't have to affect your actual life. I'm saying you don't have to make it your problem. You have the ability to travel through, like, the internet and attack people, right? The internet is basically forcing you to see things and deal with them in a way as if you can't do anything that you just thought of. The first thing you thought of, you can't do it. So, like, you don't want to make it your problem. Because if you're living your life and not solving the problems in your life and making everything your problem on the internet, if someone calls you a weenie on the internet, you can't do anything about it. All you can do is make it your problem. So, like, if I'm playing World of Warcraft and someone, like, says I'm trash, like, what am I gonna do about it? Make it my problem? There's nothing else I can do about it. So it's like, my life is completely separate from World of Warcraft, because the abilities required for the internet, you know, aren't the abilities of a football player, right? So, shocking or siphoning strike. This gives you power charges. So it's like, we all get that. We all get that. If you were somebody who maybe just who was new to the football team, you don't have the abilities or the connections to do the first thing that comes to mind, right? You don't have the connections or the ability. But anyone can call you a scrub on World of Warcraft and hurt your feelings. Do you want to be on the internet as some type of general? Do you want to get connections so you can say, no, I'm not a scrub? So you can do the first thing that comes to mind. If it was real life, someone calls you a scrub, you might say no or whatever. Internet, you gotta type. You gotta think. Oh, do I actually care? So, like, you know, if anyone were to ask me, like, okay, if you stream, like, where are the issues? Like, I don't have any reason to want to be an internet general, or to have connections on the internet so I can tell people what I want to tell them, because that isn't important to them. I'm saying it's not important to me. Right? So, it isn't saying that people on the internet aren't saying mean things, but if you make it the biggest issue, you know, the biggest, like, point at the meeting, like, oh, someone called me a scrub on the internet, we're like, you have to really think about how that'll affect your life, and it won't affect the internet at all. It's like if I call you a scrub on World of Warcraft, the internet is just called a bunch of other people a scrub. It's not going to change anything if you say no or anything. Like, you have to have... I mean, it could. But that's not the goal, right? People aren't on the internet trying to change the internet. They're trying to call people a scrub or not be called a scrub.
is nigh.
If I go to the gym today, internet problems aren't the gym's problems. It could be. But if I say, look, someone on the internet told me to scrub some in the gym now, like, okay, cool, don't be on the internet.
Fury unleashed!
This guy's really tough. So, it's like a teacher. If you go to school and someone bullies you, a teacher's more likely to help you than someone who's bullying you, right? Why would the internet general help you? You know, the internet definitely raises the question, if you need to get in a position to have a say in things, and people not call you a scrub, is it really a good idea? Like, this is kind of a bad thing. This is bad news. Like, do I really want to go to the gym and have a position so no one bullies me? Like, that sounds dumb.
Fury unleashed!
Why am I burning? I rolled right into it. Yeah. Okay, I have some colossal flasks right here, which I definitely need. Yeah, that's not the greatest thing to get. So, if I send you to the store and you're saying, look, I don't go to the store for no man, I'm my own man, that's real life stuff, cool. But if you say that on the internet, it's like, you have to go to the store in real life and then cry about it the whole way there. Like, you have to have such an internet reaction to an internet problem where it's amplified, it's multiplied.
You are relentless.
If you're gonna have this internet conversation, like, this is causing problems,
Of the Faradin is nigh.
don't multiply the problem. Someone called you a scrub. Don't attribute it to every other time you're called a scrub. No one even knows who you are, most likely. Okay, it's like poison. You spit out those zombies. Boss is so tanky, and he's one of those giant bosses to where it's hard to even get to hit him and to roll. Like, it's like you're rolling in a circle around him. Like, you roll a certain distance, and like if someone grabs you while you're rolling, you're still gonna roll. You're gonna roll like a long time.
Relentless assault.
So like once you get to the point of multiplying your problems, which is something only the internet can do. Like no one in real life is gonna call you a fruitcake 8 times in a row. Maybe 30, maybe 40. But the internet they will. So if you respond to every single fruitcake, like you're literally going to be on, you're gonna be in the ER. Like it's gonna be an emergency. People are gonna need to step in. Because in real life, someone called you a fruitcake 40 times. Someone should be there to help you or stop them. I rolled into it again. Because like I said, the rolling distance is just so long when you hit something like the boss in the middle of the arena. That's pretty good.
You
Crescendo.
are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Jesus, bro. Even monks starting to kind of fall off, but only slightly, right? I mean, of course. I definitely need some strength, some power. Like I need some damage against shocked enemies or more lightning damage. some up here. I mean, it's a really far away. How will attack damage affect? Yeah, no skills affect it. So yeah, attack power doesn't even affect. Yeah, no skills affect it. What? No skills affect it. I mean, I have tons of lightning skills. Where do I get? Oh, it's kind of strange. I don't even know what to say about that. I do need some fire resistance, if anything. So like, you know, whether it be me personally or someone I know, if you're gonna be like an emergency like inducer and just read 1,000 fruitcakes on the internet, like at some point you have to become the problem because you're infecting everything outside the internet with something that would never probably happen. I'm saying like that would never even be allowed to happen. Doesn't even make sense.
What?
You eventually get some good chaos skills, which would be good for the other ascendancy for the monk. Got some skill gems. Do any of these have a place? I think this would probably be good. More damage, but less area effect means,
Thunderous demise.
of course, less area effect, but also I don't have to start building damage anytime soon because of that support gem. At least when I'm like killing random enemies. Do I have anything for my monk I was gonna upgrade to? I have literally fire vulnerability. I literally have fire vulnerability, not resistance. Literally. I definitely learned a lot from playing my sorceress and warrior about resistances and how important they are. Especially in this boss fight with this guy is like fire, 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 fire. Okay,
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Relentless assault!
let me try again. Alright. The fire resistance actually helps so much to where like I'm not really in danger or panicking. But like
You are relentless.
I'm just hitting like a truck.
That makes you predictable. The time of the Faradin is nigh.
Relentless assault!
Oh, I need more intelligence. Item? What item is this? Item. My gloves. 7 intelligence. Oi. I mean, this one on the right, I don't need it. Cold resistance. I'm good. I think I'm just gonna try to level up one more time. I don't know what that'll do. I mean, I can get some energy shield. Is crits? How are crits applied? You know, how do I heal speed? Like, what do I go for? Do I go for physical damage? I'm really trying to figure out how it's all calculated. For the monk, it's kind of different because he has a lot of elemental skills. Like, if Falling Thunder is converting 6% of physical damage. What happens to the rest of the 40%? And on top of that, if I do increase like attack damage, will that increase my physical damage overall. Okay, now it's actually showing. So yeah, this actually... It wasn't showing before. It wasn't showing the skills. So yeah, physical damage will increase all of my damage by a good bit. Mainly, of course, my quarterstaff strike because it's physical, but... No Tempest strike. Okay. And then crit will apply as well. Should I go crits as well? Because it's pretty hard to get to any lightning skills. There are some crit trees around here. Critties. Pretties. Crit trees, pretties. Witches. Yeah, there's a critical damage bonus tree right here. And, you know, critical chance, of course. I guess I'll go crits. You know, of course, I'll grab this attack damage. And I'll get the crits. It probably will help. If I'm building lightning exclusively. Something else like that should be good.
Fury unleashed!
I forgot it's got Siphoning Strike. Siphoning Strike should make it easier for me to get charges, which I can then use on my upcoming skill. Charge Staff. Because, you know, this has to be a shocked enemy. I shock enemies pretty frequently. I'm like level 30. What level are these enemies? 30? Okay. Okay, so let me shock an enemy. I get a power charge. Okay, that's much easier to get a power charge than using killing or culling strike. Yeah, culling strike's kind of hard to get behind, especially at this level where I'm not gonna be culling a boss to get a power charge. Would be impossible. So, you know, that's kind of my whole thing. The internet is a place where most of your problems are amplified to the point where you shouldn't even be involving yourself because you're not going to amplify the solution. You're not going to say... It almost sounds like some immature stuff at some point. Like you're telling someone no, they call you like a scrub. Tell them no 1,000 times. It's like... Come on, bro. I'm still gonna grab this energy shield. I probably will start building crits. Really nothing else to build. I'm only gonna use lightning. And I can use this level 10 skill gem. Or maybe this level 9. Okay, I can grab charge staff. We'll see how that does. We'll probably have to get rid of Volting Impact. I don't really need stun build up. I like the idea of it, but like I'm good. I mean, doesn't this build stun? No. Okay. I think I saw someone use charge staff, and it was like these triangular like beams coming out of the staff.
Empower!
Yeah. That's gonna be good. That should give me the edge I need to defeat the boss. So really, I don't need to use Slung Thunder anymore because I'd rather probably use, or I'd be better off using Charge Staff. So I can put Charge Staff in W. All I have to do is shock an enemy and I'll have a power charge to use Charge Staff. And that'll empower my abilities more likely, or more often than whatever else I was doing.
You are relentless, but
Even like stacking Palm isn't really necessary anymore.
the time of the Faradin is
Oh.
nigh.
That'll save me some trouble. Wait a minute.
Thunder!
It's a great way to empower my attacks. But I have to be aware that it does remove shock from the enemy. Before I use it, I should shock the enemy again. And that'll give me lots of damage.
Is it the beast that empowers such horrors? This must end.
Extremely temperature. 36. I don't have any skill gems or skill points. So I don't really need Killing Palm anymore. I mean, I know it still makes sense to use, but I'll probably just switch Siphoning Strike here, Killing Palm here. Definitely is kind of dope. So like from now on, instead of it being like, how do I feel about something or anything, like no one really cares. Not that it's like, it's not a real life, it's like an internet thing. Like no one on the internet really cares that much, especially to not be mad when someone calls them a scrub on the internet. Like no one's like gonna do that. So it's like immediately if someone asks me like how is my stay on Twitch or YouTube, it's like immediately start problem solving other things. Like they just activate it, worker mode, I get to work. So
I will tell your tale.
you know, like in the midst of putting on all that work, you know, you ask them, is it worth, you know, them feeling that way, right? Like I might have a good experience, like Tempest Fury, Charge Staff, 40% less cost, more skill duration, that's perfect. And then like Siphoning Strike, Combo Finisher, additional charge. Strike, I don't really worry about that dealing damage. Charge Staff though. Yeah, I was looking to get like the Staggering Palm thing. But like you get more projectiles. So that'd be 3 projectiles. So I would need something to increase the amount of slots I have. Okay, I actually can do that. So this is actually about to be really good. I'm pretty sure it works on... It doesn't. It doesn't work on Charge Staff. If it did, it would probably have been insane. So, since the internet's or exponential, you know, when people calling you a fruitcake 100 times, my response to a lot of that is just to work harder. You know, multiple. It lets you collect that 10 fruitcakes and turn it into something less than 10. Basically, like one thing. It's like people who are affected, because I don't want to be on the internet calling people fruitcakes. They need to be like assessed. Like, are you actually going to let this affect your real life? Because so, like, people need to take a serious stand against your direction. Like, if someone calls you a fruitcake 10 times in your life, are you really gonna do something like that? Right? Are you really gonna let that keep happening? Like, so, like I'm not, and this is like the greatest point. I'm not saying people calling it fruitcake isn't a problem. I'm not saying it doesn't affect people. I'm saying I'm not gonna do anything like that. Right? Like if a teacher dressed up in a mask, a ski mask, and called you a fruitcake from the window of the school, what would you really do? You wouldn't even know it was them. You'd be perplexed. You wouldn't know what you would do in some situations. You would weigh your future. You would make sure you don't ruin your life. If a teacher goes to the internet and makes an account called SpongeBob Man or something and calls you a fruitcake, what are you gonna do? Like, you have to really think, like, are you not really just part of the problem at some point on the internet? Talking about someone called you a fruitcake?
The Faradin have assembled a tremendous dreadnought, a war caravan larger than we have ever seen. As we speak, it is barreling through the heart of the Vestiri, leaving devastation in its wake.
War is the last resort of the sane against the...
We now have their trail. They will not escape.
The next time I play World of Warcraft, which now with this type of ideology, or this idea, not ideology, where like, if someone calls me fruitcake on the internet, cool. But if somebody else has a problem with it or tries to like make it an actual issue, or they have a problem with them calling it fruitcake, like, you know, get to work, make sure those people are cool. Like, just use it to your advantage. Like, someone on the internet called you something, like, how many times is that going to happen?
Farewell.
I think the boss I'm coming up on now will probably have lightning damage or something. So I definitely need some lightning resistance. I have a lot of lightning resistance. I should be fine. It's either fire or lightning. It looks like he's throwing lightning bolts, but then when it hits the ground, it looks like fire circles. But there's no lingering flame, so it's probably lightning damage. I don't know. To the Dreadnought. So it's like, in real life, no one's gonna call you a fruitcake. Like, once all that's said and done, no one's gonna call you anything in real life. Not like that. They're not gonna fly over a desk like a vampire or a shade or a wraith, a goblin,
Ready yourself.
and call you anything like that. It's just not possible.
Fight to the end.
Those are fighting words, right? And it doesn't make you feel bad words, for the most part.
Give no quarter!
Fury unleashed!
Okay. I'll probably switch out the... Oh, Stormwave. I don't really use Stormwave. It's fine, but I probably will keep using Falling Thunder. Didn't I have like a shock thing that I was using? Yeah, conduction. Am I already using it? Why am I not using this? Yeah, I'm already using it, okay. That's what I thought. Falling Thunder is still good for clearing out groups of enemies. I don't really use Storm Wave. Falling Thunder is the OG though. Can't really deny that. So people on the internet are going to side with the majority. If someone's calling it fruitcake, they're in some way going to side with them, even if it is like they like snicker or something like consider this stuff's real. It's like Hitler armor or something. People are snickering. It affects you. In reality, like, it's not that serious. But there's some people that are getting bullied, there's some people that are going to... I already had fun. There's no way. I already had Falling Thunder equipped. Okay, yeah. W was charge staff. So, people are eventually going to be like, it's funny, or, you know, something that people who get bullied do a lot of times is act normal, right? Like, I'm not here to get bullied. Like, it can be funny, but let it be funny. Don't let it be like this new way of living or something. I don't know. I'm not trying to get bullied. It's not funny yet, I'm saying. Let me get out of the range of the bully, then it can be funny. It's like someone beat you up and then I laughed. Like, it's not even funny yet. Like, I could literally be dying or something. Like, wait until I'm safe, then you can be like, okay, that was funny. The heck, bro? So, people on the internet do not really care. Like, I was talking yesterday about people giving their opinions on games, not really caring about how it affects the game. But, like, I don't really care. Like, I don't really care, exactly. Oh yeah, it's the wrong button.
I must maintain a fine balance.
I'm not getting energy shield. Like, this isn't giving me. Well, actually, I actually don't have the energy shield. Oh, it's right here. Well, it's just 12%. Okay, here it is. 5 max energy shield. 5 max energy shield. Like, I don't have anything giving me a large amount of energy shield. So I'm going straight evasion. So I'm just built like that. Now, there probably is a better life flask. Not gonna blast. So yeah, like, you can say I'm a fruitcake or bad at World of Warcraft.
Quickly.
I'm really worried about people who are taking that stuff more seriously and making it a legitimate thing. And not that it isn't,
Speak up.
right? Like, someone who's tough isn't saying getting punched isn't gonna break someone in half. They're saying it isn't hurting them. Like, it can hurt somebody else. Like, if you're not tough, then, like, I'm making sure that it isn't affecting someone who isn't tough to some crazy degree. Like, I don't care, I'm saying. And I'm not tough, but compared to somebody who really cares about someone saying something to the internet, like, I'm definitely the ultimate tough guy.
A deal is made. Sans guides you.
I definitely need some more sockets. I definitely need some more energy shield. I might grab an energy shield helmet. 52 life's kind of impressive. I already have energy shield on this. My chest piece, not having energy shield, I mean, this chest piece isn't that impressive. It really isn't. I mean, the evasion is very impressive.
Who goes there?
But I do need
Browse
more
as
energy
long as
shield.
you like.
So right here is an evasion energy shield piece. It's pretty good. 50 evasion, or 50 energy shield will be increased, of course. And 38% reduced poison duration is really good. Where am I gonna get the money from?
Yeah.
Well, this is probably worth like 1,000, right?
Who goes there? No need to rush.
500.
I'll unburden you.
Where is it? Is it gone? It's right here.
Warm nights.
Yeah, I need to sell some things. So,
Take your time. I shall put this to use.
I definitely need this because I went from 75 energy shield to 200. I need that. The evasion and all that's cool. I still have about, I have like 40 less invasion than I would have just evasion. And I need to get some sockets so I can socket up some gear. I need more money too. That actually make a big difference. It's like another 100 health. And plus every level, you know, I can be increasing my max energy shield. Like I can get this 40% increased max energy shield over here. The enemies are all funneled into a bridge.
Into the thick of it.
And the problem with the bridge is, just like with my witch, it's kind of limiting my like my ground effects. Like I'm trying to hit a lightning, a falling thunder. It's like
Young one.
oh wow, you can stack charged staff. You can stack it, stack it, stack it. The duration increase. I mean, it has a pretty long duration. I could keep stacking it. I probably will start playing my monk again. Pretty often. It's kind of dope. I just don't have the defense necessary to survive. Or even the damage to kill. I mean, I actually am doing pretty good damage. I really am. Like, I can't really complain about it. What am I doing for my shock ground? There's no way that I'm creating shock ground. I've never seen that. So, you know, not making people's opinions, negative opinions, like your biggest focus in your life, and not being on the internet crying about people calling you a fruitcake. I mean, that's definitely a negative. Like, I'm not here to argue that forever. It's not your negative isn't my negative, right? Like, whatever you might do to somebody is way worse than what they did to you, right? So, like, keep that in mind. I think, you know, being on YouTube streaming, like, it's actually kind of such a great thing because people get caught up and swept away. They get caught up in their emotions and the energy, and they get swept away by big waves. So it's like, outside of that, I don't really get caught up. I don't get swept away. You know, it's kind of nice.
Fury unleashed!
I didn't know that this had a stacking. I didn't know it stacked. But it does stack. Charge staff stacks up to 3 times. There's also a power charge. At least I thought there was. Yeah, there's a power charge thing right here. This wouldn't be bad in reality for me. I use an energy shield. Increased power charge. You know, increased power charge. Increased energy shield if you consume a power charge. That's like 60% in total. So that's not bad. I thought there was another one over here somewhere. Yeah, it's right here. Power charge iteration, that'd also be good. Because sometimes I'm kind of getting like finicky, you know, like I'm panicking, and having more time on that would be good. So I'll probably get that too. I'll probably get the power charges. I'll get the power charge trees, and I'll go crits, and more lightning damage will have to wait. Right, like I'll grab these 5, 6 skills, then I'll get this tree with the energy shield. Then I'll get the power charges. You know, crit chance. Tons of good stuff everywhere. So I do need power charges. I'll mostly be using charge staff. And getting energy shield right when I get a power charge will allow me to stay and use the power charge. Alright, I'm gonna go to the bathroom right back. My mic's kinda loud. What do I usually do for that? I do like a half. I do like half. I mean, it should be good. As long as I don't, like, get to, like, I don't know, screaming? I don't know. It seems good. But tomorrow's the day where they do the wipe for the, for Ashes of Creation. If I talk too fast, maybe it kind of peaks, but, you know, it'll be a 5-day week. It'll be a 5-day week type of thing. That'll be great. I'll be playing that, streaming that, probably every day. I'll probably stream PoE for like a couple hours, then stream Ashes of Creation for a couple hours. I'll definitely have something to stream. Alright, I'll be back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom. 1 second.
Fury unleashed!
I thought they switched the size of your character to like 0. You can roll through enemies.
Give no
Most part.
quarter!
Into the thick of it! I carry few possessions. Fury unleashed!
Dear Lord. This is tough. There's just no room to maneuver. Especially people throwing like rocks and stuff. Whatever they're throwing.
Quickly.
Who goes there? Take your time. All right. My word. All right.
Don't I have a lightning resistance ring? No. Where's this necklace compared to this one? Oh, this one's way better. Wait, no, critical hit chance. I need that. I didn't even see that.
Who goes there? No need to rush. All right. No need to rush.
I think this head would be this thing right here would be better because of the crit chance. Like that'll
A
probably be good.
wise choice. I hear you. Speak up.
Stay inside.
Into the thick of it. This is wrecked. beast is close.
What are my chances of actually beating the boss?
The very air.
I'm taking tons and tons of damage. I should be able to level up and get more energy shield before I get to the boss.
Relentless assault!
The Dreadnought is the worst part of the game, I think. It's just so hard to get certain abilities off. The bridges like have sag to them, so like it'd be better if they just had like these bridges are sagging. It'd be better if they just had like a straight up metal platform across. I know that wouldn't really make sense because they'd probably snap carrying like you know, pulling these wagons whatever, but the sag is just aesthetically very confusing, you know. It's really hard. The Dreadnought, people probably would agree like that's really bad. That's not a good part.
I will tell your tale.
Energizing.
If you are traveling the traitor, I will tell you. Sans guide you.
How many enemies there are, bro? I can't even move. We're backwards. I don't even have any like stun threshold. What if the Dreadnought had slaves pulling it and it was going this fast? That'd be insane.
Speak up. I will tell your tale.
I'm about to explode and give up. How long have I been streaming? Like an hour, maybe 2. I'm really close to the end of this act. I just keep getting stopped by all these mobs. Just considering the fact that they're throwing things at me from a distance, or someone's charging at me like a rare or something's charging at me.
Relentless assault!
Everything's staggered. Is there leech around here? 3% damage for Crypto's life. That'd be pretty good. Alright, I probably could grab that. It's pretty accessible. Is there like leech though? 3 life per enemy kill. I probably should grab some leech. 3 life per enemy kill is fine because I kill so many enemies. 5 life per enemy kill. 2% chance to recover all life when you kill an enemy. That's insane. Insane. Accuracy wouldn't be bad either. What's the first thing I can get? The first thing I can get is probably like a grant life on kill.
Dreamer provides.
Oh my god, I just bricked my necklace. It's not bricked. It definitely wasn't what it was. I had crit chance on it. Now I don't have anything on it. It's complete. It's complete garbage now.
Fury unleashed!
Quickly.
This is a pretty good ring. I need dexterity on a ring, though. I should have one. Yeah, right here. Max life, too. That's pretty good. Why am I using this ring? What made me want to use this ring? Was it the intelligence? It must have been the intelligence, yeah. Okay. I put the ring at my stash. I guess I gotta get rid of this other ring with fire resistance on it. I can hold on to that though. This has fire resistance, so I actually don't have to. Cool.
Need something?
I definitely bricked that other necklace. That crit chance. I don't really need crit chance. I don't have enough points to build crits. Good thing I didn't die. I mean, there's a checkpoint right here, so I'd be fine. But
I must maintain a fine balance.
How
something?
Hello!
People keep asking if the monk gets stronger in the chat. I've seen a couple of them. The monk was good the whole game. I don't know what you were doing. He was like the best class. I mean, defense-wise, of course, he's not a tank. He's melting stuff. How close am I now? Like, come on now, boss. As far as my next level, getting life on kill would be kind of pointless if I'm about to fight the boss. Oop. Attack damage could be good. Yeah, that's all I can really think of. Attack damage. Elemental damage could be good, so I do need to work my way towards this shock. Increased damage. A few shocked enemies recently. Probably would be better. That's 10%. That would take like... I don't see Tempest Storm. I guess it's like normal strikes or something. Yeah, I'll just take that. Just the boss? Alright, let's roll.
You again. The fool under the hooded one's sway. Do you even know what he is? No matter. You'll find my king far
I think I'm
more
pretty
capable
fast with these
than
boots.
Albion Order.
I'll be able to avoid a lot of the trash I
Take the
couldn't
power
avoid.
you were promised. Put an end to this nuisance.
The Sigmar of Aldura. Bow before your king. The Malekith will pay!
No escape!
Submit! You are finished!
The Malekith will pay! For my people!
Need more mana.
We're running out of time. End this!
Kind of melting, bro.
Hold this oppressor at
What are
bay!
you doing?
I don't have time for this! Stand! Bend to my will! Impede my enemies! Forge of hate! The era of the Faradun is now! We will have blood! Forge of hate! The Malekith will pay! We will blot out the sun! You will be forgotten! The Malekith will pay! Our gift to you! Endless hate! Our gift to you!
Fury unleashed!
I call the winds! I will erase you! The year of the Faradun forge of hate!
Haha. No. That wasn't good. He's very tanky, just like the last boss.
The Sigmar. Aldura. Bow before your king! We are vengeance!
a bug? I might have ran in there too fast. Usually the second bug creates a shield. I must have ran into the boss arena too fast for her to get in.
The Sigmar of Lavdura. Bow before your king. The Marrakech will pay! Vengeance!
Empower!
For my people! The Marrakech will pay! The era of the Faradun is now! The beast, go! I don't have time for this! Sands, bend to my will! Impede my enemies! Our gift to you!
Not yet!
Our gift to you! The Faradun is now! The era of the Faradun is now! Cannot give up! 10,000 spears! You will be forgotten! The Marrakech will pay! We will blot out the sun! Our gift to you! The Marrakech will pay! Our gift to you! Into dust! Winds, to me! Forge of hate! Hate!
No escape!
The Marrakech will pay! Our gift to you! The era of the Faradun is now! I will grind you into dust! Die, foolish sycamore!
Asala!
You have accomplished nothing.
This is not over. Not yet.
I return you to the embrace of death!
It is done. The war is over. I have given him an honorable death. This may prove to heal the wound between the Ferdinand and the Marrakech. Return with me. I must address my people.
The dreamer provides.
This helmet's bussin'. Especially compared to what I have. We're definitely going to be using that when we get more dexterity. Need like 2 more dexterity. I don't know how we're going to obtain that. I definitely should get health on kill. I should have already gotten that. Because I do kill a lot of easy mobs, and then I just need a little bit more health to finish off the rest. Like 3% life on kill would be insane. You know, this is also pretty good. 2% chance to cover all life when you kill an enemy. Like, that's insane. Gain 20 life per enemy killed. Like, it's all great. Maybe I should work towards that first. I don't know. I'm sure I'll be sufficient. It'll be fine. I'll grab all this. Like, it'll be good. It'll all be great. I'm willing to use this so I can get this helmet on. Can I just take this off now?
What?
Who goes there? Browse as long. All right.
The necklace was pretty good. What can I do with 10 spirit though? I can put a spirit gem on Herald of Thunder. I can put precision on it. I don't need precision. But I guess I could take it anyway. 30% accuracy is actually fine, so it's good.
Energizing.
Nothing else really to do with the spirit. I guess I don't need the spirit. Put this other necklace back on. Oh, I'm not using oh, I'm already using it, okay. It's a copy of it.
My worst fears have been realized. The beast is beyond our means now.
I must know the truth if I am to continue.
You're right. I have not been entirely forthcoming. It is time I told you who I truly am. am a god. I am the thief of virtue. I am sin. And I have failed once again. It was I who created the beast. The seed of corruption that now threatens to grow anew. And it is my responsibility. As it is my creation that once again threatens all of Rayclast. It is by my hand that it must be contained. All I can ask is that, knowing who I am, you still see the importance of our task. The beast has grown beyond our ability to contain it. We must search for something greater than we currently possess. Something that can drain its power and bring it back to a more manageable form. While I slumbered under the numbing effects of corruption, there was an empire that mastered the use of that deadly energy. We must go to the jungles of the long-ago Val. Their ruins may yet hold the secrets we need. That is where we must go, to the sunken city of Exile. It is our only hope.
It is hardest to forgive oneself, most of all.
All right, Act 3 to Act 3 we go.
Young one. Do not wander.
What is it? Yes, we can take you to the edge of the desert. Then we will continue to track the beast. You must find a way to contain it.
Oh, it's been a really
When
great
we
day.
find out where it is being taken, we will seek you out.
The
Until
acid
then,
filtration,
May
Alpha
the
going back on,
winds ever be
the
calm
reset.
on your paths.
It's gonna be great.
The beast has grown too powerful. We can no longer contain it through mortal means. There was once an empire that embraced corruption. They studied it, mastered it, and became the greatest civilization the world has ever known. But it led to their destruction. Our allies will continue the pursuit of the beast, but we shall undertake a different search. We must go to the ruins of the Val Empire, in search of a weapon against the coming cataclysm. Exile is close. Be careful. The Val heavily relied on the use of corruption. Their lands may still be dangerous.
Where the dreamer wills, I go.
I will tell your tale, Jingak. Return someday, and you might hear Risu tell it in my place.
Do not wander.
Thunder! The swarm never ends.
probably going to be a problem in Act 3. It's not. This isn't the Dreadnought. So we're good. I think I'm going to get up out of here. I do want to read some comics. Unbound is probably going to be pretty good. Tons more damage. I'll grab that next for sure. They add a nice little punchy sound to mousing over like these things. It sounds, I think it's new, right? Meditate's pretty cool as well, especially if you have some downtime in a boss fight. Yeah, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll probably look back and play more Monk.
What have you learned?
Someone came to my door today and needed help, like some older person with their phone. And like I really couldn't help them, but it got me up a little bit earlier, which is nice. Alright, I'm gonna get up out of here. I'll probably see you guys later today or tomorrow with Ashes of Creation. Alright.